G'day guys, and welcome to the weekly recap of the Nordic Exploration and Mining space. We've had plenty of news out. We had news out of First Nordic Metals, Boliden, Valkea, Ragnar, Orion, Blue Moon, Marvi, Kingrose, Amarok, Tico, and even Latitude 66. So plenty to get through. First up, cheers to our sponsors, Portable PPB. These guys provide on-site, same-day gold assay results. Doesn't sound like it's possible, but it is with this new patented technology. Let's get in contact with those guys there. So jumping into the first release, First Nordic Metals. These guys are a gold explorer in Sweden, based in the Gold Lion Belt near Skellefteå. They've just released their Q2 results, but they've also announced a $10 million life financing, which has been co-led by Hayward Securities, Ventum Financial, and a syndicate of agents. Proceeds will fund First Nordic Metals' expanded drill and exploration programs across the Nordics, which are ongoing at the moment. They've also, through the acquisition of EMX Royalty Corporation's Nordic business unit, they've also gained dedicated, upgraded year-round exploration camp in Maurliden, Sweden, which is located near the Geological Survey of Sweden's core repository up there in Maurliden. Next up is Boliden. The Land and Environmental Court has approved Boliden's application for a new remediation method in Maurliden. The decision allows them to extend the life of mine at the Boliden area by approximately 10 years. The method involves using a paste mixture of tailings, binding agents, and water to backfill the open pits and the underground mines at Renström and Kankberg, instead of storing that material in the tailings storage facility at Hötjärn. This reduces the need for land to store future tailings, while the tailings sand is recycled and utilised as a resource, which is a major step forward for both the environment and Boliden's operations. Next up is Valkea. These guys are over in Finland chasing gold. They've planned aggressive exploration programs across their entire northern Finland project portfolio. Ragnar Metals over in Sweden. They've just opened up a gold-copper exploration campaign by expanding their tenure in Sweden by 36 square kilometres in the southeast, with newly secured ground growing the footprint of the area now to 159 square kilometres, which includes their current Ulcerum deposit. They believe that the district is potentially a new IOCG target. Now, the area has already been known as an IOA target. However, new findings are showing that it's starting to look more and more like an IOCG system. Anyway, they did some early geological sampling, and they've got samples up to 2.2% copper in a new region and 1.2 grams per tonne gold. They've also had a bunch of other copper hits across the region, showing the wide-scale potential. Next up, Orion. These guys have reported excellent metallurgical results on the Risti samples. Between 93.6 and 96.1% gold recovery from leaching on their Kareselkä samples, and between 94.2% and 99.9% gold recovery from leaching test on their Amorusko samples. Furthermore, Orion is still drilling at their 100% owned Risti property Kareselkä area. This ongoing program is progressing pretty well, and targets including the Varna prospect and the Karis area are the main targets. Next up is Blue Moon. These guys have received the environmental permits and awards mining contractor for tunnel extension at NSG in Nordland County, Norway. The company announced the receipt of environmental permits for its planned activities from the Norwegian Environmental Agency and the awarding of a contract to Faskebig AS for the extension of the Rupsi tunnel. Next, onto Marvi Minerals AB. They've published some assay results from their second drill hole at its Havieri gold project in Finland. Assays for the third and final drill hole of 1,150 metres drilling are expected in August. Kingsrose, over to Norway. As part of the BHP Alliance, they've identified 6 new clusters of conductive anomalies at their Vinnachoka project, covering 15 by 10 kilometre corridor and interpreted as potential signatures of intrusion-hosted copper-nickel PGE sulfides. 2 of the clusters sit near previously reported copper-rich outcrops, with one grading up to 8.5% copper. massive grades, and 2.5 grams per tonne palladium, which is also way up there. Furthermore, the price of both copper and palladium have been racing recently, which comes as good timing for Kingsrose. While the rest spans the underexplored terrain that's never seen modern exploration. And they're basically saying that this grassroots exploration strategy is paying off for them. Amarok, these guys have had a quick company change to Amarok Limited. Following the shareholder approval on June the 13th, they will change that name. Tico Minerals over in Norway have announced the sale of 9 rare earth element exploration rights in Vestfold and Telemark counties to the Fritzøe Ice. The projects are located pretty close to the Fen deposit and the Fen deposit is at the moment the largest rare earth element resource in all of Europe. Finally, Latitude 66 K6 prospect, which is located on a granted exploration license in northern Finland, has had final assay results from its maiden reverse circulation drilling program. The RC has intersected zones of anomalous gold, cobalt, and copper across the K6E and K6W targets and confirms the presence of a chargeable source close to surface. The tenor and distribution of mineralization suggests the intersected mineralization may represent a distal signature or a more robust, deeper mineralized system lurking below. So plenty of news out across the Nordics this week, and stay tuned for more information next time. Cheers for listening. You've been listening to Euromining News. Thanks to the sponsors, Norse Diamond Drilling, Portable PPB, Imdex, Geologize, and Nordic Mineral Exploration. If you want to jump on as a sponsor, feel free to reach out. Have a good one.